Peloton has put out the call for people that would like to be in studio for an upcoming artist series.
Yes, they say for their September artist series, which I find fascinating since that also coincides with the same month that they are having
All for One.
All for One.
So how do you do that if you don't know who the artists are? Like if my favorite band is the Monkees and you put me in an artist series class for
then you give up
Little
your
John.
Then you give up your seat.
Like, that just seems like you'd think they would give you a little bit more direction.
They will the day they drop the classes,
Yeah.
which is tomorrow. And so they're telling people, like, if you want to try to get in,
get
tomorrow's
ready.
your moment.
Start your engines.
Tomorrow, noon Eastern. And so by the time people hear this podcast, it will have already been announced.
Okay.
So we won't know until
Gotcha.
after tomorrow, because today's Wednesday.
Yes.
But yes, they always post their classes that are going to be on the website for the upcoming 6 weeks. They always post that on Thursdays at noon Eastern. Well, since the studio was closed last week, they didn't post any new classes, so they're a little behind. So it's kind of interesting, and I don't know if that means it'll be for All for One, if it means that it is just simply an artist series not related to All for One,
Right.
or if there will be multiple artist series. Because really, it's unclear, with it being only 4 weeks out, if people are even going to be allowed into the studio for All for One.
Yeah.
Last year was the first year that people were allowed in the studio, just because of COVID and how it all
Right.
worked. And then now this year, it's so late. I'm not saying it won't be. It's just so late that I'm like, I mean, giving people a month to come into the studio is not much time.
It is not.
6 weeks really isn't much time.
Yeah.
But you know, for those of us who don't live in the tri-state area.
Right. Makes it a little difficult.
It does. So I don't know what it's going to be, but by the time this airs, everybody will know.